So welcome back to the Haisha Olympic Sports Centre here in Fuzhou. Semi-finals day at the Fuzhou China Open. Well, what an entertaining day we've had so far. And to finish off, we have both of the men's singles semi-finals and the second of the men's doubles. So the first of the men's singles is the reigning world champion and defending champion here, Kento MOMOTA, looking to reach an 11th final in his 15th tournament this year. He's up against the unseeded Dane, Rasmus GEMKE. So when we look at the men's singles draw from the quarter-final stage, there's 6 different nationalities because 3 Danes, 5 seeds, just 2 in the top half. By semi-final stage, 3 seeds and 3 different nationalities because 2 Danes, and it's only the 3rd time in the history of this event, the 31st staging of this event, 3rd time that 2 Danes have been in the men's singles semi-final. But of course, the outstanding thing to notice is for the first time in 26 years, there is no men's singles player from the host nation, China, in the semi-final stage. And when you consider that only 4 times has a Chinese player not contested the men's singles final at this event, it really is perhaps an interesting scenario for China to consider where men's singles is going, because the reigning Olympic champion Chen Long and the former Olympic champion Lin Dan, well, they played each other in the first round, but who is coming after those 2 great players? But let's focus on the here and now, and the here and now is the defending champion, current world #1, Kento MOMOTA, against Rasmus GEMKE. GEMKE, incidentally, making his first appearance here at the Fuzhou China Open. For Kento MOMOTA, this is his 6th appearance and his 3rd semi-final. Not only did he win last year, beating Chen in the final, he was a semi-finalist here 6 years ago when he lost out to Wang Zhiming, who then lost in the final. So an incredible year he's having. Mind you, he had an incredible year last year, 16 finals, 10 finals last year from 16 individual tournaments. So already 10 finals this year from 14 tournaments. So if you're a Danish fan, that's a little ominous because both previous meetings have been won by MOMOTA. But the last time they played was in the quarterfinal of the recent Denmark 750 event. MOMOTA was a game and 16-10 up against GEMKE, but then he went 3 games in Odense. And this man had to battle for 1 hour and 24 minutes before winning through 21-13 in the deciding game. But the 2 Danes in the semi-finals grew up as neighbours in the city of Aarhus. Literally lived in the same street. 22 years of age, born in Verbuje, and the J stands for Jutland. 26 in the world ranking, but he has been as high as 16. Only 1 Dane has ever won this China Open title, and that was Janor Jorgensen 3 years ago when he beat Chen Long in the final. Well, in the first round, GEMKE beat Pranoy. Nice to see Pranoy back after dengue fever and missing 4 consecutive tournaments. Then against Shi Yu-chi, he was 7-10 down, won 14 straight points, and then Shi Yu-chi, who's just coming back from injury, decided he'd had enough and retired. Then in the quarterfinal yesterday, he beat Eun Long. He was 20-16 up in the deciding game before eventually winning it 22-20, so won on his 5th match point opportunity. The defending champion and world #1, Kento MOMOTA, is enjoying his 59th consecutive week as world #1. Also #1 on the race to Guangzhou World Tour finals. So outstanding year, outstanding result so far. His first two opponents from Malaysia, and they both retired partway through. Darren Liu first of all, and then Lee Si Jia. So only 43 minutes for his first two matches, and then had a marathon match against the number 7 seed former world champion and beaten finalist here 2 years ago, Victor Axelsen, 21-16 in the deciding game in a match lasting an hour and 18 minutes. So Xu Xiaofeng from China are umpire for this one, and the service judge Jiang Xiying. So for Gemke, it's a second semi-final at a Super 750 event, because his first was at the French Open last year. So the Japanese coaching bench, Park Jubong and Yosuke Nakanishi. Park Jubong on the left as we look at them. I'm not quite sure what we're voting for. Here we go.
On my right, Rasmus GEMKE, Denmark. On my left, Kento, Japan. Rasmus GEMKE to serve, level, play.
So the 22-year-old Dane, Rasmus GEMKE, getting this semi-final underway against the reigning world champion, world number 1 and defending champion here at the Fuzhou China Open, Kento MOMOTA. Oh my goodness, that's a good smash. Opening rally from the left-hander. Yeah, well, that's not too bad either. Anything you can do, I can do just as well. Missed it. Well, I thought in Kento Momota's quarter-final against Victor Axelsen, he was really quite passive in his style of play. Hardly ever saw any attacking play from the left-hander. Very happy just to rally with the tall Dane.
Service over, 2-0.
worker on court is Gemke. Oh, great defense. Oh, nicely done. Well, I hope I'm not being harsh when I say Gemke doesn't have the hardest smash in the world. But Steen was certainly talking earlier in the week about using the smash as a building shot. You're not necessarily trying to hit a winner with the smash. And if you follow up like that and play the deceptive push down the line, going to win the rally anyway.
Service over. 3-4.
Oh yes, that's lovely. Yeah, all about placement.
Service over. 5-3.
Missed it. Yeah. Oh, smash. No pace on the shuttle for Gemke to feed off on his defensive shot.
4-7.
Well, he's just come off the back of an incredible run of success, has Momota. 5 titles in 5 tournaments played until he lost in the quarterfinal of the French Open. Started at the Japan Open. Won Japan World Championships, China Super 1000, Korean Open, Denmark Open. He's overdone it. Only title that Gemke has won this year was the Azerbaijan International Challenger event. So not even part of the World Tour, let alone the HSBC BWF World Tour. Oh, nice cross-court net shot. Yeah. Well, he's quite happy to work and work and work as GEMKE.
7-8.
Yeah, I wonder how many shots he played with those broken strings.
Service over. 9-7.
I think the strings broke quite early in the rally. He's just releasing the tension across all the strings with a pair of scissors. Problem is, if one string breaks and there's still tension in part of the racket, then it can contort or distort the racket head. That's why the players just release all the tension immediately with a pair of scissors. They're not getting rid of anger or anything like that. Nice challenge here.
Challenges for out.
Yeah, caught the line. Great challenge. Great challenge.
10-7. Play.
Yeah, very nicely played by Rasmus GEMKE, and he has a 4-point advantage at the mid-game interval here in the opening game.
Den forhånd, når vi når den højt, og også man sige, dem du kommer tilbage, når han har rullet en gang, der kan du godt rulle tilbage, fordi han har hoppet tilbage hver gang. Var det ikke der med netkamp, men vi kan godt holde en gang tilbage, så han lægger den ind igen, så smider vi den over ham igen. Han skal have lov at have de der dybe stemskridt på forbanen, at vi ikke bare hver gang han spiller ned benene med os, river den op. Det er også derfor, det er fint, du bare blokker den. Hvis vi kan dreje den lidt en gang imellem, altså han gør ikke noget på dig lige nu her, selvom du lægger den lige over, vel? Du er klar her? Ja.
Play.
Defense. I think that Momota still looks a little bit jaded when we saw him lose his quarter-final in Paris after 5 consecutive titles in 5 tournaments played. He lost to Anthony Ginting, ended a 28 match winning streak. And he just had no energy left, literally ran out of steam. I think, not convinced he's fully recovered yet. Oh yes, that's nice.
Race over. 8, 12.
Nice, good skill. Yeah, well played, Gemke.
Skal blive ved, bevare tålmodigheden her.
Race over. 13, 8.
Yeah, it's well long.
Race over. 9, 13.
Ah, yes. Now, that's the sort of precision attacking play that took him to last year's title here. And so many more titles in the interim period.
Race over. 14, 10.
Oh yes, that's clever. That's very clever. Body smash. Gemke was expecting it straight down the line, down his forehand side. He's trying to up the pace, is Momota. Missed it.
Race over. 13, 11.
Yeah, it was ready to pounce. And that sheer threat from Momota, I think, forcing GEMKE into error. Look, he's hovering, ready to pounce. Yeah, force the short lift with the tight spinning net shot, and the lift from Momota got the net cord, which badly deflected the shuttle and meant it was terribly short. Well, the umpire just telling off GEMKE for having a drink of water while he was toweling down. Well, maybe he wasn't toweling down, maybe he was just having a drink of water. Anyway, the umpire wasn't happy. Oh, brilliant net shot from the Dane. My goodness me. Take a look at this. That is nigh on perfect. Missed it. Another broken string from Momota. So 3 points away from this opening game. Yeah. That's really like the sort of shots we saw him play in Basel to take his second world title. Overdone it. Oh, I think you can safely say he anticipated that drop shot. Only 3 points in it now. Yeah, it's taking it awfully late, is GEMKE. 4 straight points and only 2 points in it now. Brilliant. What a run. Super shot from the Dane. What a difference when he reaches up and takes it high in that deep forehand corner. A moment ago he took it late, played a drop shot, and Momota was waiting for the drop shot. Five of the last 6 points. Six of the last 7 points. And there's just 1 point in it. Oh, well, that's an unbelievable neck shot. And what a way to bring himself back level. 7 of the last 8 points. When 12-18 down. It looked as if this man, Gemke, was sure to win the opening game. Not anymore. 19 all. I think his strings have gone. Oh, that's amazing. Well, in fact, his strings hadn't gone, but that didn't sound too healthy to me. Maybe slightly mistimed it. 8 of the last 9 points, and now game point opportunity for the defending champion. Opening game, 21-19. 9 of 10 points from 12-18 down to close it out 21-19. Well, that just shows what a great champion Momota is. He looked down and out in that opening game. 28 minutes, and that will be very dispiriting to Rasmus GEMKE.
相手この大きさ結構ステップして入るステップしてで結構入りは早いからさ割とループ高め打ったの高め両足ジャンプのがあんまり得意ない両足ジャンプが得意ない避けてたっすけど取れる取れる开始，快速摇一摇，自状态都运动员那神一般的手速呢？来，朋友们要加油了，还有大约10秒钟的时间。序盤戦は割と多かったけどロブがね、後半の集中力ね、あそこのヘアピンからのスマッシュ。4、3、2、
今のコントロールは今いいですけど、とりあえずチャンスボールははっきり打ってね、決まるチャンスボール決めて。
後半のドライブと
トがプッシュ結構いいと思う。他のデンマークと比べたらやっぱり横とかの投げるとそんな良くない。カウンターも少ないし。
纪念品，我们的纪念品就是我们的第10通道口，大家可以看到我们的志愿者在那里等你们，我们有更多精彩小游戏等待大家，希望大家准备好你们的精神，紧紧关注了。好的，让我们将目光转回到我们的比赛场地。
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Well, what a remarkable comeback in that opening game by Kento MOMOTA.
Level. Play.
12-18 down, my goodness me. Well, for the record, only 3 different Danes have contested the final at this China Open. 4 finals they've been in, because Jano Jorgensen was in 2 finals, but Paul Erik Hoyer was the first Dane to reach the final here in 1995, 24 years ago, and Victor Axelsen, the other one, a couple of years ago. Poetry in motion when he's moving like that. Momota.
Thank you.
Well, he's been in 6 finals at 750 level from only 9 previous across the 2 years that we've had the World Tour. Only 9 750 events played so far, and he's been in 6 finals. Momota.
Service over. 1-3.
So looking to reach a 7th in the 10th Super 750 event. Oh, that's just delightful. All about angle and placement.
1. Service over. 2-4. Service over. 5-2.
He's lost his way, as GEMKE.
6-2.
I thought psychologically, after losing that opening game, he might struggle. That's fabulous. There you are, that's put me in my place.
Service over. 3-6.
Therefore lift his spirits. Lovely shot. Yeah, that's the problem with Gemke. His smash isn't powerful enough. If he's slightly off balance, which he was there, it's not causing enough problems for Momota. Yeah. Not such a bad idea.
9-3.
Wrong execution, wrong side of the line. Yeah. Well worked.
You need them to check in here. Come on. You need them to come on.
4-9.
Yes, well judged.
Service over. Hit. 4.
Oh, take that. Real speed to the net to make the kill there from Gemke. Look at that. Well taken. One choice of shots. And 2 loose anyway. So, a game and 6-point advantage in the second for Kento Momota. 11-5, the advantage.
やっぱ低いボールに対して相手ね、どんどん打ってくるからさ、ね、低いボール上げた時に一回ね、レシーブ頑張って、一回カウンター取るんですよ。そんな感じでさ。低いボールに対しては、最大は3点ね、最初3点で相手を勢いづかせないようにね。ドライプッシュね、ドライプッシュ。
Well, it's interesting to me that Coach Nakanishi was the only one doing any talking there when Park Ju-bong was a little bit concerned in the opening game. He was doing a lot of the talking. So Park Ju-bong, the head coach, I think that's an indication that he's feeling pretty relaxed now about this. Oh, brilliant. Finds the line. Vicious slice on that. Yeah, in fact, it was just inside the line. Fabulous. Well, the line judge is unsighted, so the umpire is asking Hawkeye. Yeah, caught the line, so nobody loses any challenges. Oh yes, good skill. And good awareness, good tactical awareness, knowing where the gap was.
12-7.
Yeah, good follow-up. The initial smash from Kento MOMOTA, just half pace, but just look at the accuracy. Down the line, just out of reach, or not out of reach, but making GEMKE stretch to the full. No, that's just wide.
Service over. 8-13.
Yeah, his follow-up. So effective, so quick. Missed it. Well, if you're a Danish fan, don't give up hope yet, because my mind is flashing back to Odense, the recent Denmark Open, because MOMOTA was a game and 16-10 up, and it still went to 3 games. Oh, well taken. This time he's 16-8 up. More of a tall order for GEMKE. That's delightful. Yeah, it's taking more initiative. It's not necessarily power attack. It's thoughtful, positioned attacking play. Yeah. Well, from 12-18 down in that opening game, MOMOTA has just played with a different intensity. Cut out the errors. And played with more aggression like that one. 2 points away from his second consecutive final here. Point away. Match point opportunities, a whole host of them for Kento MOMOTA. Yeah. On a run of 8 straight points. Closes out the second game. 21-8. Well, it was a very good start to the match from Rasmus GEMKE, but wasn't able to close it out, and that was due to the fighting spirits and brilliance of the defending champion. This is the final rally. GEMKE knew he was a beaten man. So 21-19, 21-8 the score, and Momota through to a second consecutive final.